All right, I'm going to be reading the foreword written by Dr. Jim Rex for Dr. Green's Graveyard to Blooming Garden book. Foreword. My residence in Fairfield County, a rural county near Columbia, the capital city of South Carolina, began in 1994. At the time, I was the vice president for advancement at the University of South Carolina and had never contemplated running for elected office. As residents and as former public school teachers, my wife and I were immediately interested in learning more about the public school system in our county. It was soon apparent that Fairfield was, like far too many public school systems in our state, struggling with the effects of poverty, as well as the lingering legacy of both racism and low expectations. By the time I decided to run for the elected statewide office of South Carolina State Superintendent of Education in 2006, I had observed more than a decade of chaotic turnover of district leadership in my home district. During my 4 year term in office from 2007 to 2011, I championed the urgent need for innovative leadership and increased community and legislative support for public education in our state. And while there was, in spite of the nationwide economic recession, notable examples of success throughout our state, the uncomfortable truth was that in my home district, the chaotic dynamics continued to thwart significant progress. In fact, near the end of my tenure in office, that exasperatingly high level of continual district leadership turnover prompted me to describe the Fairfield School District as the graveyard of superintendents. A year after my term as state superintendent ended, there appeared in Fairfield County yet another aspirant to enter its revolving door of superintendents. He was younger than most of his predecessors, and this was his first superintendency. He did have an impressive list of former leadership roles in his resume, but so had a number of his short lived predecessors. As the reader of this book will discover, what set Dr. J.R. Green apart from many of those who had temporarily held his office before him was a willingness to confront head on the root causes of the historical dysfunctionality of his school system. Initially, creating a new understanding and acceptance of the appropriate role of school board members was absolutely necessary. But fostering the conviction of the staff, the students, and the community that their school system could both compete and excel was transformative. This book is more than just another leader's turnaround story. Although, if that is all it represented, it would be more than enough. A Black leader from humble beginnings takes on the intimidating and previously unmet challenge of transforming a dysfunctional, rural, poor, minority school district into one that, through its successes, learns to believe in itself and its future, is certainly a story worth telling. However, this is far more than an inspirational story. It is an educational guide for those who aspire to lead in difficult circumstances and settings. Dr. Green shares important leadership principles and concepts throughout utilizing his vernacular descriptions, such as scared money can't win, and by sharing compelling anecdotal stories. For example, stopping by the home of a suspended student, all of which provide actionable insight on what effective leaders do as well as to why they make their decisions. If you personally aspire to be an effective leader, if you seek to understand better how to recognize, support, and reward effective leadership, if you want to see public schools provide enhanced opportunities for all of our children, this is a book you will find to be both relevant and enjoyable. Written by Dr. Jim Rex, South Carolina's Superintendent of Education from 2007 to 2011.